Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 2018 Chevy Silverado with a 5.3-liter LT engine in it, and it has a check engine light on. About a year ago, I rebuilt the engine in this truck, and it was sold to somebody. That somebody took it to a dealer to figure out why the check engine light was on, but then declined the repairs. They believed that the people who sold them the truck should be responsible for fixing it. So that dealer sent it back to me. There's the information tag for those of you who want to know exactly when it was built. And these are the codes we have: evaporator emissions, vent solenoid valve control circuit, and engine oil pressure control solenoid valve stuck off. It seems to run good. It's not often an engine I rebuilt ever comes back through my shop again, so it's nice to see one, and see one running well. Now, I don't really like that engine oil pressure control valve stuck off code. That's kind of a big job to replace that thing, and I know I put a new oil pump in this truck when it was rebuilt. Most of the time when those get stuck, it's because the engine oil's dirty, and you can usually get away with an engine oil flush, toggling the thing a couple of times, and then just clearing the codes. I'm toggling it right now. I turn it on, it comes on, shut it off, and I hear an audible click coming out of the front of the engine. So it is working. But that doesn't really help me. Most of the time when you get a code for an engine oil pressure control solenoid, it's not because the thing stopped working, it's because the PCM recognized that it took more voltage or amperage than expected to operate the thing. A lot of the time they're just dirty and they hang up a little bit, and that makes it take a little bit more amperage to work. You can get away with flushing the engine, changing the oil, toggling the thing a couple of times, clearing the codes, and it goes away. But I don't think that's going to work here. About 5,000 miles ago, this engine was rebuilt, and the inside was cleaned diligently. It also got a new oil pump. So what's going on here is between 2015 and about halfway through 2018, General Motors decided to run a two-stage oil pump on their 5.3-liter LT engines. What that is a little control solenoid on the unloader side of the oil pump. That allows the PCM to unload the oil pressure when you're driving down the road at higher RPMs. I'm assuming that's to protect the valve train or the seals in the valve lift or oil manifold. Something like that is to keep the oil pressure down when it needs to. And the oil pump's behind the timing cover, somewhere back in behind all of that stuff. But maybe we'll have some luck with the other code in the PCM, the code for the evaporator vent solenoid. It's possible that somewhere in the wiring they share a circuit, although I do doubt it. But let's look into that one. This solenoid's already been replaced, and the wires don't look bad. I don't see any corrosion in the plug-ins, but let's test these wires along the frame because, well, it looks kind of crusty down here. Now I'm just going to test the wires going from right here at the fuse box back to the control solenoid and make sure those are good. I'm not load testing the entire circuit, just the wires going from here back to there. So I have to pull this fuse box apart. This has got these little tabs on each side that you got to pop out, and this thing just sort of hinges up, and we can just lift this fuse box right out of there. Something like that. Move that out of the way, and what we're looking for is this guy right here. I don't remember which pin it is. I'm gonna have to figure that out real quick. So the first wire I want to test is this red wire with the gray strip right in there. It's like the fifth one down right here in the middle. I don't know what number that is, but that's the wire I want to test. It's hard to see, but that light bulb is on. It's red. Now let me unplug it. You'll see what that looks like. And it's off. On, off, on. That shouldn't look like that. That should look something like that. That should be nice and bright. But let's get after this white wire. I'm just shoving a piece of copper wire into the end of this thing and running it up to the front. Let me do that real quick. Just like that. Down in here on the top of this shock tower or whatever, we've got this connector right here, and we want to test the 7th pin over on the top row. Let me find him real quick. Oh, good. There it is. We got power. So I pulled this harness apart a little bit, and this wire just broke right off in my hand. It's pretty seriously corroded. Must have got nicked up and some moisture got in there or something, but it's over. Kind of looks like there was some sort of a fire or something in here. I don't really know, but I can see other wires that are damaged. I don't know what this goes to, but this wire is apart as well. I'm not sure what that's for. The thing really does just need a new harness, but I guess for the time being what I'll do is I'll cover up this nick section right here, fix this wire right here, In this red one, I'm just going to run a whole new wire since I know where it begins and ends. Then I guess I'll put some paint on that section of the wiring harness to draw attention to anybody who's got to mess around down there, just in case they're having some issues in the future with the wiring. They'll see somebody's mess with that section, they'll see the paint there, and hopefully they'll want to investigate, because if there are more problems, that's most likely where they're going to be. Unfortunately, none of that has anything to do with this engine oil pressure control switch, so I'm going to have to make a video of me removing the timing cover and replacing that. Look for that if you want to see it.